Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 01.31.2025. Current time 0612 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Friday morning. We made it to Friday, folks. The weekend is upon us. Good morning, Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich on the last day of the month of the new year. What's that? Thank God, the missus says. She's waking up, getting her coffee. And that's what I have in hand. I have my coffee in hand. And good morning to you, Tina. Our Jersey girl is in the house. Glad to have you here, as always. And we are getting our day started this morning with a hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD, broadcasting into Rumble with one person. I forgot to start the Facebook. Go live, yeah. We're broadcasting into Rumble with one person, locals one person, YouTube one person. Twitch, we have three people, three viewers on Twitch. And let's see, X Live. Let's go to X Live, and we have nobody. Oh, the sound would always default off on but it doesn't. I guess I got to turn it off. And then what is it on the Facebook? We have nobody on the Facebook on right now. So let's see, and so we have a total of 6 people right now online. Thank you very much for your views. For those people just viewing in the background, thank you very much as well. Replay viewers, thank you very much, as well as people listening to the audio podcast or the audio pod, the audio version of this broadcast going up on Spotify for creators right after we get done with this. It goes up right immediately, about within the first 20 minutes after I get done. It's an easy workflow process to get that up there. And we appreciate Spotify for Creators, great platform as far as that goes. Tony D, salute to you. Hashtag positive start to the day. Good morning from Tony.
Good morning, Tony.
There we go, Tony. We're all up. There we go. Happy Friday, she says. Happy Friday. There we go. And Tony saying good morning to Tina, and Tina saying good morning to Tony. And we appreciate being here. He's getting up. He's down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And we appreciate the work that you're doing there to keep those planes a-flying, those F-15s. He turns a wrench on the aircraft down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And we thank you for that, sir. And so we're getting our day started here. This is not working, so I'm going to switch this over to Rumble. I guess the Twitch app does not want to work for some reason, so we'll move that over to Rumble. Here's the Rumble search. You just got to plug in FIR. I don't know why I have to do this every time. Fire MAN, then R again. It should come up after that. There we go. Fireman Rich Broadcasts. And let's see. There we go. Fireman Rich Broadcast. We'll get the commercials and stuff. There we are. We're on the Rumble. We got the Rumble highlighted. You usually get one. I get two commercials starting out. You just skip over those as far as it goes. AMCO CEO Rebecca Webb. See you later, Rebecca. And what's the second message? You can do this on the phone for the PUBG mobile app. Or not PUBG, the Rumble app. I'm thinking PUBG. I saw the volcano there. They have a map. It has a volcano environment as far as that goes. So there we are. We're up on the Rumble. Yeah, there we go. We're on the Rumble. We're on the Rumble. Let's rumble. Okay, so we're getting our day started here, and very thankful that you're all here on this Friday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I do have to, right out of the gate, go ahead and, as everybody is aware of, we've had an American airliner jet and a military helicopter, an MH-60 made by Sikorsky. That's the company that made the helicopter. Crashed the other night. An Army helicopter, an American airline flight 5342 collided over the Potomac River in Washington at about 9 o'clock. Families and friends of those lost their lives in a deadly American Airlines and Army helicopter collision, and share tribute online as they wait for more answers about how the tragedy happened. And that's where we're at right now. Or when it's in a recovery mode. So they're looking at the 67 total personnel that are involved in this accident are presumed dead. I believe they recovered close to 28 bodies. And the thing about this is that we have some broadcasters I've already seen out there. Okay, you broadcasters, make sure you got your facts right. It didn't just I had one broadcaster yesterday. I saw, oh, it just happened an hour ago. No, it happened the night before. And they thought there was only 28 people that was total. No, give all the facts. If you don't know the facts, don't give them. It's very easy to bring up a news page that has the facts. I got a little pissed off yesterday at some broadcasters. Another broadcaster making fun of light of a tragedy. Don't say freaking crap then, okay? Blowhards, the blowhards, the people that, and I'll go head to head with them. I won't mention their names, okay? but you get your facts right. Okay, we've had enough misinformation for the last 4 years. There's broadcasters out there that think just because President Trump's in office, they can say whatever the f they want. I voted for President Trump, but I'm not going to say whatever the frick I want that's not true and stuff. It's not your own view. Okay. Again, beware of those people that you do watch. Okay, and as much as they say, "Oh, I'm just joking" and stuff, don't take that. If you're joking, you're joking. But if you're on a serious subject and you're joking about it, you're a moron. You're a dumb shit. Okay, and I just heard the missus get off my soapbox. Okay, but back to the tragedy. The mid-air crash occurred around 9 p.m. Wednesday when an Army helicopter was on a routine training mission, and an American airliner plane collided near Reagan National Airport outside Washington, D.C. All 67 people aboard both aircraft are presumed dead. What it's coming down to light, as far as what I've heard on all the interviews yesterday and what's going on, there's a lot of traffic. I've flown into Reagan International. Back in the day, it was called Dulles Airport. It's the airport there that serves Washington, D.C. area. I've been there. I've flown into that airport. On that frickin' runway, that aircraft is going on. It's a very highly congested area with aircraft. But you would figure it's tightly controlled with the air traffic controllers and stuff like that. Now the reports are saying that they were staffed with 19 personnel in the tower when they should have had 30. Some people were doing the jobs of 2 people. That gives it a little skepticism that might be part of one of the dominoes that fell that caused the thing, because it's a series of things. American airliner on final had right away to come in, was giving clearance. The radio transmissions are out there. Supposedly, the tower was in contact with both American airliners and the helicopter, and the helicopter, you figure, okay, they're flying around. They had 3 people on board, which I've worked around helicopters. I know this platform, the MH-60, made by Sikorsky. I know it very well as a firefighter. Okay. You got pilot, co-pilot. When you're sitting at pilot, co-pilot, your field of vision on the back sides is very, very limited. So you got people in the back. Well, they only had 1 person in the back. A full combat crew on any MH-60 is 4 people. They had 3 people because they're on a train. They can go up with 2 people if they need to. The 1 person sitting in the back, he's in his seat, he's looking, and he's communicating to the pilot and co-pilot. Yep, there's nothing over on this side. And then he sort of glances over. He doesn't get a full view, or whatever, but evidently I think they mistook a set of aircraft lights for the one that they ended up crashing into, as far as that goes. So they were along the river, and they just sort of came at the same point, and they crashed. They were probably, maybe from what I've seen on the video that shows the little light of the explosion and the helicopter coming in, they were probably up about maybe 500, 600 feet above the ground. So they come slamming down. It's a hard crash. The aircraft breaks up in 3 pieces. 67 people, 2 pilots and 1 crew member on the U.S. Army side, and then 64 civilians. Ice skaters were among them. 14 of that 64 people on board that American airline were from ice skating. One broadcaster saying, "Oh, it was just the ice skaters." No, there's like another 50 people that passed away. So get your facts right. That just irks the hell out of me when you have it. This is the first major crash that we've had here in the United States in 15 years. See what I'm giving you? Fact, 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 fact. These people that just go willy-nilly on a tragedy like this, it bewilders me why people are still watching them. Because they should know. They should be skeptical. Don't take them for, don't even take me for God's honest truth, because I may slip, but I will admit it. These other boneheads that I'm talking about, they won't admit it. Mention, oh yeah, well, that's not what I meant. No, no, I don't watch these people anymore. I dip in, or else I'm privied by other individuals. Did you hear this from this particular broadcaster? And they'll give me a benchmark, and I'll go in and I'll watch, and it's like, oh, they don't know jack shit what they're talking about. And I'll say that because it just irks the hell out of me. It's fun doing this stuff, but if you're going to do it correctly and do it properly. Have a sense of ethics of what you're presenting is the right stuff. You don't want shit. I try not to throw up shit on my broadcasts and stuff like that. I'm a simple man at a simple time of my life that I'm enjoying and stuff like that, but it just irks the hell out of me. This tragedy right there could have been prevented probably if I don't know. This airspace is the most tightly controlled airspace in the country here in the United States over Washington, D.C. More so after 9/11, of course. So you would figure that, they thought everything was kosher until the actual impact moment. And it's just like we've lost a lot of lives. So I want to say something about that. Hal reported this yesterday. He was careful on yeah, he's a legitimate news person. Tina, Hal is he's when he's on his broadcast, he's on the news. So he's an actual he's way above my pay grade here, okay? He's an actual news entity, okay? And he's the guy that gives you the legit straight stuff. And you notice when he broadcasts, if he doesn't know, he said, well, we'll find out. We're not sure. He doesn't ad lib for the sensationalism of the incident. So I have high regards and high respect for Hal. So he's not the broadcaster. He's not even there. He's not even, I'm talking to the bonehead rookie wannabes like me. Okay. The people just get up here and flap their lips. Hal is a legitimate news person, and I have high respects for him. And he's actually getting the actual news. He's a legitimate news source, even when he's broadcasting on Twitch or whatever channel stuff, because he's in that mode and stuff like that. I'm talking about these other boneheads that are just they have no connection whatsoever. That's why when we go into our news section of this broadcast, I always say I have no affiliation with them. I am just presenting what they presented. It's not my words, it's their words and stuff like that. I may have my opinion, but these freaking dipshits that are ab-libbing and stuff like that, that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I've seen some real stupid, and those are the stupid people that, whatever. I wanted to mention about this because this is a very serious, they're going to try and rectify it. It's all hands on deck to correct it, and it's a tragedy, and it's just a shame that it's happened because the stories of all the people, not just the skaters, all the people, there's a lot of good people that were on this plane. As far as that goes, the aircraft could hold a total of 64 people, so they had a full complement of personnel on board. And this was instantaneous. It just it just like last minute. And this is my thoughts. Hopefully, because the incident, you couldn't do anything. They got to try and find out a way of not happening. One of the discussions I had with the missus is, well, didn't they know? Didn't they have a warning on their control pad, the aircraft? Maybe the civilian aircraft did. Military aircraft doesn't fly with that type of device on board, primarily because in the military, all aircraft and military aircraft work in close proximity of the other military aircraft. So if they had one of those close warning devices integrated on their aircraft, it'd be buzzing all the time. And you can't just have a switch to flip it off or something like that. That's to my understanding as far as that goes. I've never seen that type of device in the cockpit of an aircraft, a military aircraft, or unless they're using a radar. Radar is always forward moving and stuff like that. But they were in full control by the air traffic controllers, and they thought they knew and just as much as you think you're in the control of things, one little bloop, and the shit hits the fan. In this case, we have an American Airliners that's down in the Potomac River, and an MH-60 Black Hawk helicopter, as far as that goes. So wanted to mention that, as far as that's the current real world news that's going on right now of concern, which everything else pauses because we got to mitigate. People have to mitigate this, and it's sad. It's very sad as far as that goes. Craziness, especially where it's at. Yes, exactly, Tony. And Tony, be having a military background, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. You would figure everything was. I think, Tony, you probably flown into that airport. Anybody military's flown into that airport one time in their life, one time in their career, if they've had a career. I've flown in there, I think it was 3 times total. And this is back when it was still called Dulles Airport. So I'm age dating myself. This is before Reagan got into office. I think I flew in there once after Reagan. No, because it wasn't until he passed away, and I think I was married when Reagan. So it was 3 times. It was Dulles Air Base, and I think the base where the helicopter was at was right across the Potomac from the airport. I can't think of the military. It's an army base, but there's a lot of helicopters that fly over, but it's a tightly controlled airspace. I know that firsthand. So if you can't just fly a Cessna and you're on your solo certified flight there for your license and stuff like that. So I wanted to go ahead and just mention that, as far as and like I said, it's presumed all 67 people that were on both aircraft total are presumed dead at this point and stuff. There's just a recovery as far as that goes. So, all right. So we're getting the day started here. And let's see. Currently, temperature went up. We have a weather warning going. We still have the weather warning as far as that goes. Let's see. Currently, though, it's we got 31 degrees Fahrenheit on the thermometer on the clock there, the atomic clock. Let's see. 31 degrees Fahrenheit is negative a half degree. So we're a negative half. We're halfway in the negative on the Celsius, negative half. And like I said, we do have a winter weather advisory. And yesterday was all right. It was cold. It was in the 20s, high 20s and 30s. And a little windy, not as windy as the day before that, but it was okay. And as far as that goes, and let's see, we do have some. Let's see, yeah, we'll get to the world times and temperatures here in a minute. Just want to bring up this weather advisory. Okay, there it is. And I think this is, in fact, yeah, it got reissued this morning at 2:47. National Weather Service active weather alert, winter weather advisory in effect until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Okay, so freezing rain expected, total ice accumulation around a light glaze. And you got to be careful of that light glaze on the road. Broome County, Chemung, Shenango, Cortland, Delaware, Otsego, Sullivan, Tioga, and Tompkins counties until 1 p.m. Slow down, use caution. So they're just making sure the roads are going to be a little icy and dicey. So you got to be careful out there driving so you don't get in an accident, because it's too cold out, especially up in the north. It's too cold to have it. It's no good to have an accident and stuff. But a mix of rain and freezing rain this morning, rain this afternoon, some sleet may mix in early. We're going to have high of 40 degrees today. Wow. When does that happen? After lunch at 1 o'clock, we'll be up in the 40s. Some sleet may mix. Okay, and winds out of the south by southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's good. Chance of precipitation is 100. So it's raining out there right now. I didn't really look outside. I use my weather observation is looking out the back door, having the porch back light on, and looking at the sidewalk to see if it's wet or dry. I didn't do that this morning. So we got some rain, and what's our 10-day forecast? Let's see. Got the heater on right now, the furnace. Oh yeah, it's going to be. We got some wet weather until 9 p.m. So it's going to be all day long. We're supposed to be hunkering down. We're supposed to get some snow, but if our temperature high is 40, I don't think we're just going to be a wet day today. So may get some snow tomorrow morning. I think. What time is that at? That's about 10 p.m. tomorrow maybe. So that's basically from where I'm at in the southern tier of upstate New York. That's going to be snow squalls from off of the lakes, lake effect, as far as that goes. Our world times and temperatures as I speak at 1:35 a.m. Honolulu, cloudy skies with little clearing, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona, at 4:35 a.m. Clear skies in Phoenix, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, at 5:35 a.m. It's raining in Chicago, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. New York City, the jungle, at 6:36 a.m. Cloudy skies, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. In New Jersey, where Tina is at, 40 degrees. Oh, you got 40 degrees right now. Wow. Okay. Only going to go to 44 for your high. Raining right now, so you got the rain down there. So it's down south. I think we got some rain going on out there. And Tony D's weather down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, currently at 51 degrees Fahrenheit down in Warner Robins, Georgia, just south of Macon, Georgia. That's where Tony D's at. 75 degrees for the 75 degrees, man. As soon as I said that, I'm thinking, man, it's summertime down there. 51 for the low, cloudy skies down in Warner Robins. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean to Cork, Ireland at 11:36 a.m. Currently, cloudy skies with a little sun peeking through, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italia, 12:37 p.m. It's manja time in Milan, Italia. That's lunchtime, basically. And then at 1 o'clock, it's siesta time for, I think, until 3 o'clock, if I remember right. They had a siesta time. I lived over there in Italy for 7 years. I loved siesta. Bars still stayed open. On a day off, you could bounce around the bars down in the village of Aviano there. But in Milan, it's raining in Milan, 46 degrees Fahrenheit for the temperature Fahrenheit there in Milan. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur at 7:37 p.m. Clear skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan at 8:37 p.m. an hour later. In their evening, cloudy skies with a little clearing, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Down under on the great continent, country of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, and we do appreciate it. Melbourne, Australia at 10:38 p.m. Clear skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And to the east of Melbourne, Sydney, Australia at 10:35 p.m. in their evening, 73 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy skies. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Our thought for the day comes from somebody that's a real rocker, let's say. Yes, this guy can rock. And that's this individual is an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, to say the least. John Bon Jovi, born John Francis Bon Jovi Jr., is an American singer, songwriter, guitarist, actor, and a founder of the rock band Bon Jovi. The band, known for its powerful ballads and guitar riffs, has released 16 studio albums. Bon Jovi also has 2 solo albums and acted in films like The Leading Man and on the TV show Ally McBeal. Never watched that show. So we actually have a quote from somebody that's still alive. Let's see. We got on the X here. Thank you, Tony, for the like of the X Live. Let me just check the X Live. How many people we got over there? We got 2 people. Thank you, X Live. We have 2 people on X Live. And Tony gave us a salute face. We're liking that on the Facebook. Thank you, Tony. We got nobody's camping out here. Tina says, I used to live 10 minutes from him. Oh, down in Warner Robins, Georgia? Tina, you live down in Georgia? Oh, Bon Jovi. I'm sorry. You're talking about Bon Jovi. Yeah, he's a Jersey guy. He's from Jersey. Exactly. Okay. I just picked that up. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to get to his quote. His quote and our thought for the day. I was just checking the Facebook and the X Live here. And yeah, Bon Jovi. That's what you meant. I'm sorry. It clicked. It clicked in the head. His quote and our thought for the day. Where is that? Let's see. Let's bring up my my profile here. And it goes as follows. Nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. Nothing is as important as passion. Nothing matter. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. John Bon Jovi. And Gina says true. And I think that's true too. And the full meaning of that is passion is a key in success. And he is very successful, and that people should pursue their passions. Right now, currently, my passion is to be as good as a broadcaster as I can here on the Rumble Studios and broadcasting out to those others to give you true and accurate information, not misinformation. And I don't take that lightly. Some people do that broadcast. So I'm passionate about that. And I guess it showed a little bit. You know, passion can be in forms of me being irate and stuff. I'm passionately pissed off at some of these broadcasters. But it is what they is. I'm a strong believer on the wheel. If they're going to be dishing out misinformation, eventually it's going to come back to bite their asses and stuff. But a very good thought for the day. Nothing is as important as passion, no matter what you want to do with your life. Be passionate. You're going to be successful. Thank you, John Bon Jovi. God bless. God bless, sir. Great. I love. Just before coming on the broadcast, I listened to what's the new radio station I'm listening to? It's part of the WEBO family, but it's out there in Bradford County, Pennsylvania. It's a rock channel. Let me see. What the hell? Let me give it a. What's it? Let's see. What's the channel? Because WEBO is, again, I have no affiliation with it, but the Radican Media, I've met Mr. Radican. I don't think he's a volunteer firefighter anymore, but there's a bunch of channels, and WEBO I listen to, 102 Choice out of Sierra I listen to. A new one I'm listening to, and they have classic rock, is 95.3 TTC, The Bridge, out of Bradford, Pennsylvania. I was listening to them online. If you go to their, let me bring this up, seeing that I mentioned it. Again, I have nothing to do with WEBO. It's just a radio station that is here in Tioga County. And their webpage, where I get local news, local and national news. It's a very good site, and it's a good FM radio station. They're on the AM side too, but you could see right there at the top, the Radican Media. Again, I have no affiliation with Radican Media or WEB. There's WEBO. That's the main channel I listen to during the course of the day, and then also 102. But I discovered this channel, 95.3 TTC. If you click on that, you can listen to it online. They're out of, again, Bradford, Pennsylvania, to give them a shout out. And I was listening to Bon Jovi before I came online here, so I thought that was pretty cool. Again, they give the local. We got some local news and some national news there that it's pretty good. So if you were to go to 95.3, there it is right there, and you can see they're part of the Radican. They had the fire there that was down in Sayre. 95.3 TTC. It's a really good classic rock channel. I enjoy it. This morning was the third morning I've listened to it, and like I said, I heard a Bon Jovi song there on the radio station. So okay, let's see. Our National Day today. I didn't get a chance to look at that. Let's see. Moving on. Let's see. Bring this back over to that. We only had one choice yesterday. Today we have several choices. We have National Backwards Day, walk backward. Now that's not too safe. Inspire your heart with Art Day, if you're into art. National Big Wig Day, last Friday of January. Okay, if you wear wigs. What's this one? National Fun at Work Day. Well, I don't work. If you work, have fun. Have fun, Tony, but be safe. We're going to go with this one. I think you're going to love this one, Tina. It's cold outside, so what do? Well, you get yourself a cup of hot chocolate with a cinnamon stick in it. Today is hashtag National Hot Chocolate Day. Every year, January 31st, National Hot Chocolate Day warms up people across the country to celebrate the timeless cold weather beverage. Hot chocolate is warm beverage made from ground chocolate, heated milk. Didn't we have this one? Oh, that was Hot Cocoa Day. Okay. In America, we often use the term hot chocolate and hot cocoa interchangeable, but the two. Yeah, the other day was hot cocoa. So grab yourself. Well, I got coffee right now. There might be some hot cocoa going in here after the broadcast, but put some hot cocoa in, some marshmallows, and some cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon sticks. Ooh, that's pretty good. And yes, I have it sugar-free. Okay, yep, you can even have it sugar-free. Okay, as far as that goes. So there you have it. That's pretty good. So there's our National Day. Yesterday was an audio podcast day. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do the audio podcast over there on Spotify for creators. I got whipped cream for it. Yeah, whipped cream's a good. There you go. That is true, Tina. Whipped cream is always good on that too. The audio podcast yesterday on Spotify for creators. That's only about 30, 45 minutes. It's a scaled down version of this where I give the weather, the thought for the day, the National Day, read a good story. And the story we read yesterday was concerning that I guess they discovered a new form of, or created. I didn't really get it. It said that, what's the article here? There's a new class of matter. Matter is something like I use my desk. That's hard. That's wood. That's matter. Okay, we got various versions of matter, and compositions made up. And this was a new class of matter that behaves both like a solid, that's a solid, but also like a granular, like sand and stuff like that. So in a way they've never seen before. So that was interesting. I still couldn't comprehend it to a certain degree. I could see that, they had there's a picture that I have posted on the at Fireman Rich X page timeline, and it shows it's sort of like a squinky, the various models of this new type of matter. So is that like a godlike type thing to do, to create your own matter? What are you going to do with it? I'm sure they thought they were saying that when they were discovering different types of acrylic tapes and stuff like that. What are we going to do with this? And they find a use for it. So that was pretty interesting. Every other Tuesday, though, we do the radio show, the radio broadcast, which we did last Tuesday. So we'll be doing the Tauga radio show in February, February 11th and 25th. Every other week we do the Tauga radio show on Mixcloud. And then, but yesterday we did a audio podcast, Fireman Rich audio podcast, and we'll do it Thursday. Or we did it yesterday, Thursday and Tuesday this week. No, we didn't. Let me back up, Rich. Getting ahead of myself. Jeez, slow down. This last Tuesday we did the audio podcast, so it'll be 2 weeks till we do another one, which takes us into February 11th. And then February 25th. Those are the 2 days. Next week, I will be doing an audio podcast Tuesday and Thursday. Of course, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, after we get done with the morning coffee here on the live stream, I take the audio and repurpose it. So I'm on audio almost every day during the course of the week. And it works out pretty good. I enjoy doing it. And I like presenting when I do the audio podcast, the thing, but that's a scaled down version and stuff like that. Okay, let's get to Roger Luther, history 100 years ago. We had an interesting one yesterday. This is from Wednesday, January 29th. And see if what was happening here 100 years ago today. Let me bring this up. And we'll turn off the ticker take. Let me put that back down on that one. There we go. And let's see, we got it lined up. Yep. Again, no affiliation with Fox 40 News. Fox 40, the Fox affiliate channel there in Vestal, New York. Just consume their news that they present on their webpage, and I think they're pretty good. They're pretty good on the local. It's a pretty good local channel, I think, just like all the other channels and stuff. So let's go ahead and present this.
100 years ago today, the temperature at the Weather Bureau this morning was 22 degrees below zero, which put Binghamton on the official record as being the coldest spot in the United States today. An eastbound Erie freight train engine and 4 cars loaded with livestock derailed this morning just west of the state hospital. Cold weather was blamed for causing a railroad switch to break. Construction at the new site on Vestal Avenue for the Park Avenue Baptist Church will begin later this year. Court Street woman was seriously injured yesterday when the toboggan she was riding on collided with another toboggan on the brand new slide at Recreation Park. And finally, plans are being discussed by the state to build a dam and reservoir near Deposit to supply drinking water to New York City. The plan would eliminate the towns of Cannonsville, Granton, Rock Rift, and Beerston. That was the news, January 29th, 1925.
So it sounds like we have a little construction that was going on there down building water pipes. And there's water pipes that come. There's a big water pipe that comes up from the Adirondacks down into New York City to provide it water. I mean, I think the diameter is bigger than this house. This is a 2-story wood-framed house as far as that goes. So it looks like coldest day, 22 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 22 degrees. What is that Celsius? Let's see, 22 degrees below zero. So that's negative 22. That's negative 30 degrees Celsius. That baby, is it cold out? Oh my God, coldest spot in the United States. Wow. They had a train accident. That's too bad. Blamed on the cold, switching caused a railroad switch to break. Okay, so it prevented it from going down the wrong track. Vestal Avenue and Park Avenue, Bishop. Oh, new site. Okay, I think that church is still there. Court Street woman injured when a toboggan she was riding on collided with another toboggan. Recreational park, and that's what we did. The one yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the one the broadcast on Wednesday when we did 100 years ago. The first carousel, first of like six carousels that are in the area, were built at Recreation Park. That's in Binghamton, and the carousel is still there. It's still there, along with the other ones. They've been revived a couple times over, as far as that goes, and such. So negative. Wow, that's cold. We're holding at 31 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's a half a degree Celsius, as far as that goes. Let's see. In other history on this day, 54 years ago, My Sweet Lord by George Harrison reached #1 on the UK pop charts. It would hold the same position in the US, Ireland, Canada, Australia, Belgium, Sweden, Switzerland, West Germany, Japan, and others. His first single as a solo artist, the song was the first #1 side by an ex-Beatle, as far as that goes. Did I miss what, Tina? Was there a commercial break during the 100 years ago? Because we can replay it. Oh, okay. Well, let's play it again. We'll play it again. We can do that. No problem. You're a regular here, so okay. We're gonna replay that. So stand by. Let's bring that back up. That's no problem. I see. That's how simple this is. This isn't a professional news. We can do that. But if there's other broadcasters, they say, "I'll just watch the replay." They wouldn't go back. Okay. See, I'm accommodating. There we go. I got to stay off of that soapbox. It's sucking me down as far as that goes. I tell you, that got me really ticked off, though, just to put a smile on my face, that to hear other broadcasters talking. They don't realize, when you watch it, it's just, they don't realize. I watch my replay, and like I said, I try and give you the facts, nothing but the facts. And but it is what it is with these broadcasters that are boneheads. Let's see here. Let's go back to present 100 years ago, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. We'll play it one more time here. Stand by. We got it. Okay. Here we go.
"100 years ago today, the temperature at the Weather Bureau this morning was 22 degrees below zero, which put Binghamton on the official record as being the coldest spot in the United States today. An eastbound Erie freight train engine and 4 cars loaded with livestock derailed this morning just west of the state hospital. Cold weather was blamed for causing a railroad switch to break. Construction at the new site on Vestal Avenue for the Park Avenue Baptist Church will begin later this year. Court Street woman was seriously injured yesterday when the toboggan she was riding on collided with another toboggan on the brand new slide at Recreation Park. And finally, plans are being discussed by the state to build a dam and reservoir near Deposit to supply drinking water to New York City. The plan would eliminate the towns of Cannonsville, Granton, Rockrift, and Beerston. That was the news, January 29th, 1925.
And there we have it. There's the news 100 years ago today. Simpler time, you could say. But they had their problems and issues. And Tina says, "You're welcome. You're more than welcome, Tina. No problem. You're more than welcome." I enjoyed watching it a second time. It's always fun. Roger Luther, he's a good guy there. I'd like to meet him personally. In other history on this date. The U.S. Congress back in 1865 passed the 13th Amendment in the United States Constitution, abolishing slavery and submitting it to the states for ratification by 2/3 of them, which it did happen. 1930, 3M began marketing Scotch tape. They make this tape, the Scotch tape, and so what are we going to do this for? Oh, wait a minute, this works on doing this. They come up with all these things. In 2011, Myanmar opened its first parliament in more than 2 decades. So they got a little bit more democratic. And let's see, in other history on this day. And it was then January 31st, then the United States declared a public health emergency over the new coronavirus. This is 5 years ago. That's when it all started. President Donald Trump signed an order to temporarily bar entry to foreign nationals and other than immediate family and of U.S. citizens who had traveled to China within the proceeding. The thing about that, we blocked people coming in from China from the West Coast, okay, but we didn't watch people coming in on the East Coast because the one country that really got slammed in the early days of COVID was Italy, northern Italy. And I remember I think we were on HAPS, and I remember having conversations with our good friend Nazim. And Nazim said that I saw, he knows I lived over there for 7 years and I was pretty familiar with northern Italy and stuff. He said, Rich, if you came over here, you'd almost think you were in China because there was a big Chinese population in northern Italy. So they're coming from China to Italy. That's why Italy got slammed as hard as they did. And then from Italy, they're going all over Europe. And then we had flights from Europe coming in. We should have closed the doors on both sides. And that would have probably prevented a lot of infection to happen. Because it's, I guess science has shown us after the fact, and I guess I'm okay to say this, that the masks didn't do nothing. Spacing didn't help, even though you should do that, as far as that goes. The lockdowns definitely didn't help. We still had transmissions and stuff like that because the virus was already in the population and stuff. So, and Tina says, I like Nazim. Yeah. Hey, Glick. Glick is in the house, a nonsensical nonsense. Or Nonsensical Network. Check out the Nonsensical Network. They're on almost every night. I don't think you got to, let's see. Do you have, I think you do have something. You started something on a Thursday or a Friday, I think. And Tina's saying good morning to Glick. But I know Glick has his, Saturday nights, there's their cornerstone there, the Saturday night challenge and stuff like that. But Tuesday night, he does the Glick's House of Music. He opens up a forum for some up-and-coming artists there and stuff. He does the interviews, and he does a good job. But he has a cast of characters, and got to go. See you. Thanks. Okay, Tina. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. We'll be talking with you. So check out the Nonsensical Network. You can see up on there that I posted. He's on the YouTube. Nonsense. Just put in the search engine Nonsensical. I'm not going to go through the long spiel that you do, Glick. I don't know how you do that every time. It just your repertoire. It's very informative, though. I just say go ahead, go to the YouTube, plug in the search bar, Nonsensical Network. Boom. You got Glick and the gang there, and you'll enjoy Wednesday nights, What the F News, and Monday nights, men's mental health, caring for men caring for men. And then he does unnecessary roughness. He still does the football, which is going to change into a sports thing. So give him a good plug here. He's a good guy. Or am I just delusional? I'm just delusional. Am I delusional? Where am I? Good to have you here, Glick. Thanks. Always fun giving you guys a plug. You guys are a good bunch. Good bunch of guys over there on the network of nonsense. Okay, let's see. We're at coming up 55 minutes. I'm out of coffee. I need to get some more coffee. So we're going to go ahead and take a little break here, and we will be right back. And just hang in there, okay? Let's see. Let's cue in some intro music here. Stand by. an open mic. Okay. No big deal. I don't have no secrets to hide. Finishing up on the today in history. In 1863, during the Civil War, the first South Carolina Volunteers, an all-black Union regiment composed of many escaped slaves, was mustered into federal service at Beaufort, South Carolina. That's unusual. South Carolina, they were in the Confederacy. I know there was a movie with Denzel Washington depicting the black soldiers that fought in the Civil War, but they started, that was a Massachusetts regiment. South Carolina, wow, okay. 1945, Private Eddie Slovic, 24, became the first U.S. soldier since the Civil War to be executed for desertion as he was shot by an American firing squad in France. Wow. Wow. In 1958, the United States entered the space age, and its successful launch of a satellite, Explorer 1, from Cape Canaveral in 1958 on this day. Of course, the Russians, Soviet Union, they launched their satellite in Red October of 1957. 1971, astronaut Alan Shepard. Alan Shepard was the first American astronaut into space on the first Mercury flight on May 5th, 1963. I know that because I remember seeing it on TV. I was just a young lad then, very young lad. Very excited about that. I thought the rocket was going to go to the moon. He just went up and he came back down. But Alan Shepard, Egg Mitchell, and Stuart Rosa blasted off aboard Apollo 14, which was after Apollo 13. They had the accident there on a mission to the moon. And Alan Shepard, he launched a golf ball. He's the first man to play golf on the moon. He drove a golf ball that probably went a half a mile. 1988, Doug Williams, great quarterback, the first black quarterback to play in the Super Bowl, led the Washington Redskins, now known as the Washington Commanders, to a 42-10 victory over the Denver Broncos, and he was named MVP. He was a good quarterback. He was a great quarterback, I think. Let's see. And that's it for the history as far as that goes. Let's see. NBA action starting on Wednesday night. What do we have? I guess there's a few. I didn't. The sports channel, pardon the interruption, on ESPN yesterday. So I guess they had a little, or maybe it was Sports Center on ESPN. I do watch them occasionally. They had something on basketball. I guess there was there's a rookie. I can't think of what team he was on, but I guess he got shoved inadvertently, and there was no foul called. It's like, what the hell's going on there, refs? Just because he's a rookie. Let's see. Starting Wednesday night, the Nets beat the Hornets 104-83. We had the Celtics beating the Bulls 122-100. Did the Knicks play? The Knicks played, didn't they? Just the Knicks and Celtics, okay. Or Nets and Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. Yesterday, nobody played. Cavaliers keep on winning, though. That's your team, isn't it, Glick? You don't like basketball. That's right. I think you don't really. Oh, there's the Knicks. Yeah, for Wednesday night, they beat the Nuggets 122-112. Gameplay in the NBA tonight, you have the Celtics playing the Pelicans. And that's it. Tomorrow, going into Saturday, we have the Nets playing the Rockets on Saturday, 8 o'clock. And the Lakers and Knicks tomorrow. That should be a good game. Because the Knicks are in third place, I think, in the Eastern. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks are the top three. And then over in the Western Conference, you have the Thunder, Rockets, and Grizzlies, the top three. So there we have our basketball action as far as that goes. Click in his riffraff. I like that. I like that. Glick and his riffraff. Yeah, they're a good bunch. You know, you're one of the. I don't know if you were here earlier, Glick, when I was on my soapbox, but you're not in that category. Okay, I'll tell you that right up front. All right, face to face here. You at least even I would say when you do what the F news, you're more on point than some of these other broadcasters that have been talking about tragedies such as there. You don't joke about that. You don't really joke about it, or at least you keep it civil, I guess. But um, just for the record, I want to say, Glick, you're one of the better guys. I know we had our differences in the past, but that's past history. I'm just you're a good bunch, and I want to recognize that as far as from so the viewers that are here on the replay can say, yeah, I recommend you go check out Nonsensical Network. They're a good bunch. You get a laugh and stuff. They're it's not mainstream media or news media. They're on What the F News, but they keep it straight and stuff like that. And I've seen it on times on your broadcasts. Even when Jeff screws up or something like that, I think he says he made a mistake. You guys do, and that's what I like. I think that's a trait for a good broadcaster, especially. Wouldn't you say?
What?
To admit that you're wrong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put in the glasses. Those weren't up there. They were up in the regular. Yeah, they were up in the regular cupboard. The missus is putting away. We had some whiskey. I had a whiskey sour yesterday before dinner. We had cocktails. Boy, was that whiskey sour good, right?
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was good. We had a whiskey sour last. I made them, and I that used to be my drink of the day, or drink that I drank when I was younger. We used to drink them by the pitcherfuls down in the ground round in Cambridge, Massachusetts, when I was stationed up there at Hanscom Field to watch the Celtics. As far as that goes, but yeah, Nonsensical Network, they're a good bunch and stuff like that. I give them double thumbs up as far as that goes, and I appreciate the association with you guys. I just got to get my ass in gear and get up there on the Saturday night and stuff. I do watch your replays. Replays are good, and and I'll just finish with this with Nonsensical Network. I took a page out of their playbook where the broadcast here is repurposed over there on Spotify for creators, which I wasn't doing. Glick and the gang on Nonsensical Network were doing that. And I started noticing that because I followed them. I listened to them. I make joke about it that I earned some Bitcoin listening to them, but they scaled that back a little bit by using the podcasting app called Fountain. So I have him dialed in. I have Nonsensical Network dialed into my podcast catcher. I just saw this. There's a whole. He just puts them up. I put them in right immediately, but he puts them up, and he has a lot. They have a lot of shows over there on Nonsensical Network. So he's on the podcasting thing. So you can, listening to them is just as fun. And you're welcome. You're welcome, Glick. I think that I took a page out of that, and it really works out well. I'm getting tractions on my listens, and the people that are listening to this, check out Nonsensical Network on Spotify. I have them dialed in on my Spotify, my Fountain app. Check them out. If you're going on a long ride, they've got some long broadcasts too, so they'll take you from point A to point B on the radio on the Spotify there on your radio, as far as that goes. And let's see. Glick is saying, let's see, how is the audio repurposing work? Oh, it's working out great, Glick. This is what I started. I started in November. That was the audio challenge where I was doing an audio every day. And I said, I'm going to just continue that. So, and like I said, you guys have been doing it since you guys started. Okay. You're almost more focused on the audio than the live streaming. It's working out real well. So I'm glad I did that as far as to follow your lead. So, it's just to say, I just didn't arbitrarily do that. I did that because I saw another broadcast, Nonsensical Network, do that, and we share things. And I think it works out quite well. I think if you're broadcasting on a consistent basis, it's worth your while, okay? Because there is an audience on audio, and Glick knows that as far as that goes. And but it's working out really good, Glick. So thank you very much for nudging me over in that direction. I appreciate that. That's a good deal. That's real time amateur broadcaster to. Well, you guys aren't. You guys consider yourself pros, so I'll leave it that. So, but it's working out real well, and I do love doing the audio. So it's a simple process. You guys use something else. I'm still on Spotify for Creators. It's the old Anchor app. I'm acclimated to it. It does what I want to do. I'm not too fond of the app. The app is just where I can look at my podcasts on Spotify for Creators, and I can load stuff up. That's why I have Fountain. Fountain is good. Fountain is a great listening because you can earn Bitcoin, very small, minute Bitcoin, as far as that goes. Speaking of Bitcoin, I gotta spend a little Bitcoin maybe this weekend. I gotta find a gaming mouse. I was gaming yesterday with my good friend in Scotland, Wingnut. He says I can use his name. Wingnut is he's over there in Scotland. We play. I've been playing with him. I played with him on PUBG Mobile, but I haven't been doing that since last summer. But we've been playing PUBG Battlegrounds here for pretty regularly for the last 3 or 4 months. And Glick saying about the audio thing, that's awesome. Glad it works out. I love Anchor when we use it. Yeah, Anchor was great. I love because it was just full-fledged. You had the sound effects and stuff like that. I've actually scraped some audio that I used to use on no, actually this is just my intro outro. That's from YouTube library. It's non-copyright, no copyright requirement music and stuff like that. But yeah, Anchor was great. I liked Anchor, but it got bought up by Spotify. They were the big guys on the house. But the PUBG Battlegrounds, and actually I did a 3-hour broadcast Wednesday night, and I had fun playing it. But we played yesterday. We played 15 games, and we had our asses handed to us each and every day. We hot dropped probably out of those 15 games, probably about 10 of them were hard-nosed hot drops, and the other 5 weren't. Let's see. Glick says, haha, yeah, we're professional dummies. I'm just a dummy. You're the professional dummy. I'm not a professional. That's a good one, Glick. Like I said, they're a good bunch. And Glick is, we appreciate you, Glick, there. That's pretty cool. But the PUBG Battlegrounds, I play it, and we played it yesterday, and I got to get a gaming mouse. The mouse that I use right here, this mouse, it's only a three version mouse. I need to get a mouse to where I can I looked at some. There's some extra buttons and to do extra functions as far as because we dialed in my settings yesterday and stuff like that, and I'm actually getting some hits. I'm actually shooting a gun and I'm hitting the other guy. In some cases, I'm taking them out before they take me out. It's a fun game. It's a fun first-person shooter. I like it. I know, Glick, you do the Call of Duty on the Xbox and stuff like that. I've tried it on the PC. It's okay. But I mean, for the acceleration, I mean, yesterday we're in one game and I'm coming down to a hot drop at Camp Alpha on this one map. And I'm running to this concrete building. It's a maze of buildings. I go in, and as soon as I open the door, there's a guy I just jumped out of my seat. That's the excitement of this game. But Wingnut, I play with him, and we have fun. We have fun. It's he's a good player too. He'll rack up the kills. I mean, if he gets hot, he can in each game, they can last as quick as 1 minute and 13 seconds. Yesterday we got killed, or else it can go on where the circle gets smaller and smaller. The zone of play can go like 22 minutes on a full-fledged game, 22 to 24 minutes. And then if you're lucky to get to the top, you win a winner chicken dinner. It's a really good PUBG Battlegrounds on the PC. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I use the keyboard. I don't think it crosses over from PlayStation or Xbox, so they keep them separate. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that because it's different systems, operating systems and stuff like that. So I gotta spend some. How did I get on this? Oh, I gotta spend some Bitcoin on possibly purchase because I still got $100 worth of Bitcoin that some of that. Oh, there's Jack. How you doing, Jack? Let me open it. Oh yeah, it is wet outside. It is raining a little bit. The sidewalks during the break, I checked the sidewalk and it's wet out there. So as far as that goes, so there we have it. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to the news here. Oh, Jack alerted on something. Checking something. We got some trash flowing around out there with the wind. Okay, let's see. What do we got on Fox 40? Let's see what we got. Oh, the Ross Park Zoo. I always talk about the Ross Park Zoo. It's a zoo that's here in Binghamton, and I've been there. I need to go there this summer. We haven't been there in a couple years, but Ross Park celebrates 150 years. Yeah, this is a full-fledged zoo. It's not like the San Diego Zoo or out Glick's way. There's the Columbus Zoo. That's supposed to be a pretty renowned zoo out there. I'd like to check that zoo out. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And then you got the New York Zoo. There's a lot of people there's some people that don't like zoos but zoos, I think for the most part here in the United States, they take care of the animals as far as that goes. So let's see what this has to say on the zoo bit. Oh, let's see. Mrs. is getting her breakfast. Yeah, on the break I saw on the counter there's a package of English muffins. So I'm gonna have some English muffins this morning with another cup of coffee after the broadcast for breakfast. That sounds like a good deal. Instead of having Cheerios. I got different variations of Cheerios. You got the standard Cheerios. You got your multigrain. The multigrain are the best. I like the multigrain. But I've had both this week. Let's see. What are we doing here? Okay. Go to this. Ross Park Zoo. Line it up. Go back. Present. And Columbus Zoo is awesome. Good old Jack Hanna. Yeah, Jack Hanna, exactly, Glick. And he's really, since he's been at that zoo for a number of years, but when he took over, the Columbus Zoo just rocketed to stardom. You know, because I'm very fond of zoos as far as that goes. So let me pin that one. There we go. Haha. No, that's not it. That's not the one I want. I wanted the zoo, Columbus Zoo. There we go. Columbus Zoo is awesome. Yeah. If I ever get out that way, I'm gonna definitely stop and look at that zoo. I'd like to make a trip out there to that zoo because it is well, I've been to the Syracuse Zoo. Syracuse Zoo is pretty good. Been to the zoo in Honolulu, Hawaii. I've been to the Augsburg Zoo in Germany. What's some other zoo? I've been to the San Francisco Zoo. That's back when San Francisco had clean streets and they didn't have homeless all over the place. We had a zoo. There's a zoo out in Wichita, Kansas. That's a pretty decent zoo. So I've been to a number of zoos. And then here in the southern tier of upstate New York, of course, we have the Ross Park Zoo. And they're celebrating 150 years.
At tonight's annual business meeting for the Ross Park Zoo, members of the zoo got a chance to talk about the future plans and elect new board members.
Our members will be electing our board of directors for the coming year. So it's an opportunity for them to kind of help shape the direction and future of the zoo by electing the board that provides the governance and sets the policy for the organization.
The latest project on the radar is a brand new learning center incorporating the natural habitat set to break ground in the spring.
Our Creekside Play and Learning Center. We've currently secured $300,000 to begin that project this spring. So we'll be breaking ground sometime early this spring on our new nature play experience. So we're excited about that.
They also celebrated some of their accomplishments from the past year, including the new expansion of the Red Panda exhibit.
With our Red Panda Wild Encounter program, we now have an encounter building so folks can participate in that program safely without compromising the well-being of our pandas or without putting themselves at risk.
With plenty of new opportunities each year, Ginter says he looks forward to the success ahead in the next 150 years.
We're looking forward to engaging with the community and kind of getting a sense of what people would like to see happen with the zoo moving forward so that we can incorporate community ideas into our new master plans.
The zoo is open year-round, so if you are interested in attending any events or checking out the Red Panda Wild Encounter exhibit, you can visit rossparkzoo.org.
Okay, so the Ross Park Zoo celebrates 150 years as far as that goes, and Glick says it's definitely worth the trip. Okay, that's for the Columbus Zoo. Yeah, I've heard so much about the Columbus Zoo. That's on my bucket list of one of the zoos to go see. The Ross Park Zoo there, the election of the board. You have to have a good functioning zoo. You have to have a good front office, so to speak. It's just like sports teams. They have to have a good front office to be able to win championships. It's not just about the team. It's about, who's managing it and stuff like that. But they're electing people. Ross Park Zoo did lose its accreditation here several years back, but they were able to regain it back. So they're a nationally recognized zoo, and they're not as big. They're probably like a tenth of, or maybe a third of the size of, say, a Columbus Zoo, because I think Columbus Zoo is probably on the scale of what I just have an imagination. I just imagine Columbus Zoo a pretty good sized zoo. But the Ross Park Zoo, the Red Panda exhibit, we were there 2 years. The last time I was there was about 2 years ago. We had family visiting us, and we went to the zoo for the day. And the red pandas had babies and stuff like that. The red pandas are always fun to look at, as far as that goes. So a very good zoo, as far as that goes, and that would be one of the places I would highly recommend you go see. Along with the carousels, Roberson Museum, the planetarium. We have some falls, local falls and stuff like that. As far as things, Okay, let's see. What else is on WICZ? As far as what you doing, Jack? Oh, he's chasing after shadows on the floor. Okay. Oh, we had a house fire and one passed away. What's this about? Oh, that person, the house fire that was in Appalachian?
Yeah.
One dies after house fire.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that was just we got a house fire. Let's check this one out. Let me see what this is. This is a fire that happened in Appalachian. Appalachian, New York is where I grew up as a kid. Let's go ahead. This house right here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. I got to reset my let me see something. Okay, let's do a reset here. My buttons aren't working. Or are they? My buttons aren't working. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, that's catching up. Let me see. Let me see if we can do it this way. We'll get this. Okay, we're going to go on off of the phone here. Man down. No, it's all right, Glick. It's all right. I just have to. Let me hang on before we go. I just saw you had that comment before. Let's see. That's not gonna. Yeah, I got to go from the phone to pin. To pin comments. Let's see. I hit pin. Yeah, we got to do a reset. Yeah, Columbus Zoo is huge and always growing. Boo at zoo during Halloween. They have Boo at zoo at Ross Park there, Glick, as well as Christmas lights. They do that. I think that's a. Yeah, see, my pinning thing isn't working, so we're going to go ahead and do a reset here. Which usually happens. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see that click there. Okay, there it is. Yeah, Columbus Zoo is huge and always growing. Boo at the zoo. I don't see it on the screen though. We're going to do a reset. Let me bring up.
Do it, go back.
Okay, hang on for a minute, folks. We're going to take a break here. I'll be right back.
You won't.
We're back. I had to take Jack to the cats are preventing him from getting to the oh, see, that works. Let's see. But that's not all. Oh, now it's working. But it's delayed. I gotta reset. Okay, let's see. Let's bring this camera up. Oh, you see, move this down here. Okay. And for the people that are watching on the replay, we have to do this every once in a while. So let me go ahead and turn off the microphone. We'll turn this one on, and we'll do a reset. Refresh. And the people that are listening on the audio podcast, we're just resetting my browser on the computer here because it got stuck. So let's see. Okay, so it's working now. Okay, let's transfer back over. We are back on the computer microphone, and we are back on camera. So we just did a reset, and I got to do 6 clicks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's out of there. Okay. Yeah, please stay. Exactly, Glick. Exactly. Please stand by. We have some difficulties. Nothing that we can't handle. Okay. Nothing that we can't handle. It's just, the functionality gets clogged up on the web browser, and that's why I have a phone it's sort of like my producer, I guess. It's my co-host is my phone there because I can manipulate the broadcast because it's on a co-host, but I lose on the web page. I lose all the comments, but I have it on the phone. So, and as far as that goes, so they're working now. Okay, there we go. So let's get back to. Oh, wait a minute! I don't want that. Too many buttons. I got too many dang buttons, folks. Press the right button, Rich. Okay, let's get back to this article in Appalachia. Because Appalachia, I used to walk by this house when I used to walk to school, we didn't take the bus. So this is in Appalachian, New York. They had I didn't realize there was somebody that passed away. So there we have the house. This is on Main Street. And let's see what they have to say here. This is a follow-up. Is this a follow-up? January 30th. Yeah, this is from last night. So this is a follow-up. So let's listen.
One person is dead after a house fire in Appalachian early Wednesday morning. According to the Appalachian Fire Department, the fire was at a home in the 400 block of Main Street. When crews arrived, they immediately began working to find and rescue a victim that was reported to be trapped inside. The department says despite life-saving interventions, the female victim passed away from her injuries at the hospital. One person is
Okay, so that's just an update. That particular house there. Oh, what the hell happened? Where's my camera? Hang on, folks. There we go. There we go. We're back. I used to walk by that house. I lived right down Main Street and over on a side street there. But I lived. I grew up right in that area. That's like a 10-minute walk from where I grew up, down Main Street in Appalachian, New York, and here in Tioga County. And that's sad. That's sad. It's just. But I saw that picture. We reported this fire Wednesday. It was just a fire, and there was no, like any fire, there's no really reports. This is a follow up on that, and it was a day fire too. So that's bad that somebody passed away here locally, a house fire. So okay, let's see, what else do we have on Fox 40? That's sort of an update. And the name Appalachian. If you ever watch the movies Godfather, okay, Appalachian's name to fame is in the movie The Godfather, the first Godfather. They talk about Appalachian, a meeting, the mafia meeting in upstate New York called Appalachian. It's called Appalachian. The house is still there that they had the big mafia bust. There was like 100 some mafia bosses and stuff like that, and the local law enforcement, something was happening, so they called up the FBI, say, hey, we got something going on here, and they raided the house and stuff like that. So that's its name to fame. So the town I grew up in is mentioned in the first Godfather movie. They say they talk about Italian, but they pronounce it Appalachian, but it's actually Appalachian, New York, the name for fame. Let's see. Let's go back to Fox 40. And we got 3 articles from Fox. That's pretty good. Okay, we're done with that. WEBO, I don't think there's anything. Safe and clean energy battery storage facility question after CA blaze. What's this about? Let me see. No, it's not really much we can. Okay, how do we get back? Let's see. Nothing on WEBO. Let me check their Facebook. I said WEBO. Let's see. We got 2-hour delay for the schools today, probably because of the glaze. Oh, this Sunday is Groundhog Day. Yeah, they get something there. Good morning. Off to see the groundhog. Here's something. I'm going to turn into popsicle. Oh, I don't know what. So tomorrow or this Sunday is Groundhog Day. Let's see, Tioga County. So. Okay, so most of the icing and stuff like that that's taking place right now is up in the northern part of Tioga County from what I'm seeing on the map. And that's about it for. Hal is on.
Was costing you more in New Jersey, I think, than most other places because you're.
And what we have here, this is Hal Massa. He's the real news guy I was talking about. That when I was talking about broadcasters spilling out misinformation, Hal doesn't. He's a real broadcaster. And like I said, Glick is and the Nonsensical Network. They're a group that they basically tell it like it is. It's their opinions and stuff like that. But this is Hal over on the Facebook. We're watching them on the Facebook there. Let's see, how's our Facebook channel doing? Our Facebook channel is doing okay. But this is Hal right here.
For many, many years now. And she's joining us. And we're talking about gas prices. And I'm asking if you're one of those people who, if you see that gas is selling for, let's just say, a nickel, 6-7 cents cheaper at one station than it is another station that's sort of close by you, not in the next town, but close by you, do you automatically go to the one that is selling it for a few cents cheaper? Are you one of those?
I will if it's right down the road. I always go for the cheaper gas. So I would say yes, Hal.
Sween Dog saying $2.89 a gallon. That's $2.89 a gallon in Massachusetts, and not all the pumps have.
Okay, that's Hal Massa there. I just wanted to give him a highlight there and plug him as far as coming in. He's over on the Facebook, but he's also over on Twitch, Hal Massa Media. As far as that goes, he's a stand-up guy. He's a good guy. He's a good dude. And but let's see. Let's get back to Fox. That was on the Facebook for WEBO. Let's see. WNBF, the radio station. Burger Mondays announced plans to close restaurant. Oh, another place closing. That's not good. Let's see. What do they have on WNBF and the fire here? Let's see. That fire. They released the name of a Tioga resident who died following a residential fire, 457 Main Street, Appalachian. Around, it was 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. Okay. When firefighters arrived at the house, they encountered a working fire with heavy smoke. So I would say that the person that passed away with smoke inhalation. They were advised that a woman was inside the burning building. Firefighters located a woman after a brief stretch in the home. She was transported to the hospital. According to New York State Police, the woman, she's 85 years old. I'm not going to mention her name. The blaze was brought under control about 20 minutes after firefighters. The structure looked like it was more or less a concrete type structure. Appalachian firefighters, assisted by units at Campville, Owego, state troopers, and Tioga County sheriffs, provided assistance on the scene. So that's on WNBF. Channel 12, WBNG, that's the CBS affiliate. Well, they got something on the Ross Park Zoo. Let's go ahead and let's watch this one on the Ross Park Zoo from channel Channel 12 News. It's a CBS affiliate. Again, no affiliation with these news channels. I'm just a consumer of their news, just like everybody else, and we're just presenting it here for our viewing folks. And let's see. Let's go ahead and listen.
Zoo has kicked off 2025 by celebrating 150 years at their Southern Zoological Society annual meeting this evening. The members of the zoo enjoyed dinner at the DoubleTree in downtown Binghamton while they discussed and reflected on their advancements in the past year and what plans they have for the future. At the meeting, they unveiled plans for their new Creekside Learning Center, which they plan on breaking ground on this spring. They also mentioned working on new master plans for the zoo grounds that would be revealed later in the year. Zoo Executive Director Philip Gittner spoke with 12 News about this special year and his expectations for it.
It's going to be a year full of reflection and celebration, and really celebrating the community that's made the zoo what it is today.
Ross Park is the only zoo in America that offer red panda encounters, and events are now held for all kinds of animal activities year-round. The zoo is planning on officially celebrating its birthday in July.
So there it is. Ross Park Zoo is the only zoo that has red pandas in the United States. That's unique. I didn't know that. Wow. A little old zoo that has something that the big zoos don't have. Not even in Columbus, Ohio. There's a picture of the cute guy right there. And what's the benchmark of that? 140.40. I think that's going to be my clip art pick. As far as that with the red panda, they're cute guys. I like the red pandas. Red pandas are pretty cool. Pretty cool cats. They're not cats, but they're almost like a raccoon almost. They got a raccoon type face as far as that goes. So that's on WBNG channel 12. What are we at in time? Oh, we're at an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. It's Friday. We're casual today. Let's see. What else do we have here? Report. Staff control tower is not. Reports say staffing in control tower was not normal at time. So this is a fact that's coming up apparent about the accident. And should I? Yeah, let's play this one because we did mention it on the broadcast. So let's go ahead and see what the president has to say.
This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital and in our nation's history, and a tragedy of terrible proportions.
President Trump offering condolences after a passenger plane collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter midair over Washington late Wednesday night. On board, several athletes, coaches, and family members returning from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Members of the Skating Club of Boston confirmed killed in the crash.
Together we take solace in the knowledge that their journey ended not in the cold waters of the Potomac, but in the warm embrace of a loving God.
American Airlines says PSA operated Flight 5342 from Wichita, Kansas, was trying to land at Reagan National Airport when the collision occurred.
We are now at a point where we are switching from a rescue operation to a recovery operation. At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident.
64 people are believed to have been on board the commercial flight when it went down in the Potomac River. According to officials, the helicopter was on a training flight from Virginia and had 3 soldiers on board.
At this time, we don't know why the military aircraft came into the path of the PSA aircraft.
Officials promising victims' families a quick investigation.
We commit to them that we are going to get to the bottom of this investigation, not in 3 years, not in 4 years, but as quickly as possible.
In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
So this is the first major aircraft accident in 15 years. It's been 15 years since the last major aircraft incident here in the United States. So those are the facts right there as far as that goes. I think if you're broadcasting, even on a casual amateur basis like I am, if you're going to be talking about a subject, you got to get facts and present those facts. It's disingenuous to make it comical and stuff like that. Speaking of comical, we missed you yesterday. What do you mean you missed me yesterday? Yesterday was an audio podcast. You can check out what I put up on Spotify. Check out my X feed. I did the Fireman Rich audio podcast, Captain Rehab. You know that. You've been here long enough. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live stream this thing. Tuesdays and Thursdays, audio podcasts. Okay, on Spotify for creators, except every other Tuesday, we do the Mixcloud. My boss was scheduled to land at DC 5 minutes after that plane crashed happened. His flight was, there was a whole bunch of, if you look, there's quite a few that was rerouted on that. It's pretty intriguing because they have planes. They're stacked up coming in for landings at I don't know, maybe 5-10 minute intervals and stuff like that. So 5 minutes before, there was a couple. They diverted as soon as they toned out the crash on the radio frequency. See, I'm familiar with these airplane crashes because that was my job. We had to stand by for in-flight emergencies as an aircraft rescue firefighter. So this is it's sad stuff. Sad stuff. My whole thing is I don't normally present that, but it's like those are the facts. Yep, aircraft rescue firefighting. As far as that goes, I'm not sure what the PFAS is and stuff like that, but aircraft rescue firefighting, that's what it was. That's this right here, United States Air Force. That was my primary job, along with being a regular firefighter, structural firefighter for 20 years in the Air Force. So it's just that these accidents, I've seen a number of aircraft accidents, coming in. It looks like a normal. We had this one incident when I was out in Wichita. We had a B-1 bomber take off, and it was flying, and it made a circle back around, and it had to land immediately. And you don't land when a large frame aircraft takes off in a certain direction, it's got the wind. Well, they swung back around and said, we got to land immediately because they had an engine fire. It can happen that quick. So that's why they always stress the safety. It's been 15 years since an aircraft accident, and it's just heart-wrenching when they do happen. I'd like to, what's that? Captain Rehab says my primary job was. No, actually, my primary job was taking care of the missus. Sure, the missus is happy. Happy wife, happy life. Yes. And she'll agree to that too. No, I try and do the best I can. You always take care of family. Air Force, I guess you saying that, Captain Rehab, I just have to say the career I had in the Air Force was very good to me. I'm very blessed. And I did not, or else I wouldn't have stayed in for 20 years as far as that goes. It's just when I started having a family, it was like at the second half of my 20-year career. That's when it said, you know what, it's time to get out. I could have stayed in for another 5 or 6 years after, but it was time with kids and stuff. It's hard to move around and stuff like that. Hey, Moss, good morning, Lord Rich. How you doing? Masamuna, how you doing? Glad to have you here, Masamuna. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you here, coming in on the Twitch side. Good morning to you. Let's see, what else we got on CBS? We're just getting into the news reports here. So again, that's, like I said, it's me, your best pal. Masamusa. Where are you from, Masamusa? I know you've been here before. I'm just checking out your page here. No, you don't broadcast. You're just a viewer on Twitch. Okay. But you've been here before. How come I'm your best pal? I'm your best pal? Thank you. You've been on Twitch since 2017. Okay. Captain Rehab. He's just laughing like I should know. I don't know. My brain's running a little slow. Okay. Let's see. Let's get back to what else is on. What's the staffing control tower? So the staffing in the control tower seems to have been a little bit in question. Oh, you're EOD. Okay, that's right. I'm sorry, Masamusa EOD. Usually I have a list of viewers here and stuff. I know the name was from the EOD. Okay, you worked EOD. Okay, gotcha, Masamusa. EOD. Firefighters. EOD. That's he plays around with the bombs, folks. Some crazy folks on EOD. EOD. I've been on a couple incidents. I think Massa Musa would know broken arrow exercise. You've probably been on a number of those. Broken arrow. You know, they actually have an exercise in the Air Force for firefighting. It's a broken arrow exercise. It's in conjunction with the security police. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I could say these hands have actually touched a nuke. While we're tightly watched, because in the WSA where they were at the various bases I was at, it wasn't a fully functional. It was probably just a cover. I touched it. Say, yeah, I touched a nuke. You know, I said, okay, touch this to say I touched a nuke. And the guy said, yeah, go ahead. We already hit the when you go into the facility, you had to de-energize by hitting the copper handle there when you came into the area and stuff like that in the WSA and stuff like that. So I know exactly what you did. We touch, we win. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to touch you with a nuke. So see you later. Yeah, we're on the same page there. I mean, I've been out for a number of years now, but I still remember those. Those are fun times and stuff. I'm just glad we were just exercising. We didn't have to actually do that shit and stuff like that. As far as, but some serious stuff there. Let's see, WBNG. What do we got? Anything else? 2 bills proposed assembly when Laputo passed second time. Nothing there. Can New York police officers have tattoos? Well, that's interesting. New York State policy. According to New York State Police website, an officer is prohibited of having any tattoos on any portion of head, neck, or facial area, and tattoos on hands, fingers, and wrists. I think they lighten that up in the service and prohibit to, except for a single band tattoo that is no more than 3/8 of an inch wide. So I think the military, you used to have, if you had a sleeve, like they call a tattoo sleeve, you had to make sure your sleeves were down. You couldn't wear short sleeves. I think they've changed that now in the military. They've gotten a little lax. They're a little liberal. Let's see. Got nothing there. Let's see. Get rid of that. I'm just scrolling, getting rid of the pages we've already been on. So let's see. So nothing on WBNG, WNBF. Gotta be careful here. Let's see. Channel 34. Anything on Channel 34? Nothing there. Slow news day. American is, yeah. Well, after that aircraft incident down there in D.C., Massa Muse. You know, that's enough news to last us a couple weeks as far as that goes. We're just talking about that when we're coming in. And that's what I'm seeing mostly. I'm not gonna go into it because it's a recovery action right now. So let's see, Channel 18 news. Oh, there's a fundraiser. I mentioned about a fire in Sayre, Pennsylvania, the taco shop there that burned down. It looks like a fundraiser is helping a Sayre taco shop to recover. Let's go ahead and show this one. We already talked about a fire in Appalachian. That there was a loss of life, but here's an establishment that had a fire. This is Elmira News, 18 News. Full disclosure: I have no affiliation or work at Channel. I don't work at any of these news agencies. I'm just presenting them for the viewership as far as that goes. And this is where the community is helping out. Let's see what they have to say here.
fundraiser is currently helping a taco shop in Sayre recover after it was badly damaged from a fire earlier this week. The entire storefront of Keystone Tacos was burnt out from the fire, and apartments on the second floor were left damaged. A GoFundMe for the business is up with the goal of raising $4,000. A little more than $2,000 has been raised so far.
So there's the taco shop. That's in Sayre. Apartments up above and stuff. That's it pretty much gutted out the building as far as that goes. And so they got a GoFundMe to help them get back on their feet and stuff like that. Let's see. What else we have in W? Not seeing much. I guess Hal was talking about gas prices. I don't see anything about gas prices. We don't have to look at that. Let's see. And let's see. No, nothing there. Same old stuff on Penny Saver. Let's see, anything? Oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and do this one. Why January? This is yesterday's. Why January 30th mattered. I just like the picture. So we're going to go over music history as far as that goes. And do you guys know who this group is? I love this group. This one. Well, these are old rockers right here, folks. These are some old rockers. That's Kiss. Kiss, Good Times. Yeah, Good Times, exactly. Yeah, they're a good group. Let's see. This is yesterday. Why January 30th, which is yesterday, matters in rock history. In 1969, the Beatles played their famous lunchtime rooftop gig on the Apple Building in London. The 40-minute gig wound up being the last time the group, and I think I said this before, I didn't think they, I thought this was Tuesday. I remember us talking about this on Tuesday, but I thought the last time they got together was their final concert was in Yankee Stadium, I believe, in 1969. I remember they televised it, and I remember watching it with my older brother. In 1973, fresh from changing their name to Wicked Lester, a group called Kiss made their first appearance. So before Kiss, they were known as Wicked Lester. Made their first appearance. It took place in the Popcorn Club in Queens, New York, and featured the original members of Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Kress, and Ace Frehley. And I almost got a chance to go to one of their concerts back when I was in high school, but I didn't. In 1982, Hall & Oates went to #1 with I Can Go For That, No Can Do, the duo's fourth #1 in America. Big Juice is finally here. What's slipping? I don't know. The weather. You could probably get some wet weather your way that's coming our way from what we're seeing on the weather here earlier. Let's see. In 1972, more than a dozen Roman Catholic civil rights marchers were shot by British soldiers in Londonderry, Northern Ireland. 72, man, a good year. The event became known as Bloody Sunday, and it inspired inspiration for U2's Sunday Bloody Sunday. In 1988, In Excess had first hit in America with Need You Tonight, and that's what happened today in rock history, folks. So I wasn't expecting wet weather in Vegas, but no rain here in almost 200. Oh, okay. Okay, you're out in Vegas, Mess. Okay. I got to remember that. I think I wrote it down before. You're in Vegas. Yeah, but you're out there. That's desert country out there in Vegas, as far as that goes. And Big Juice says Bloody Sunday sounds like a good. No, it's not a good time. That wasn't 1972. Northern Ireland back in the late 60s and early 70s was not a good place. They had the Northern Ireland and the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, They were at battle with the United Kingdom and stuff. Mezamu says my tomatoes. Oh, get some water on them. They got something called a hose. You connect it to the faucet, and is there a water shortage out there in Las Vegas, Mezamu? Thamer, hello, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. How you doing, my friend? Glad to have you coming in on the Twitch side. Glad to have you coming in from the Kingdom, and we have Big Juice coming in from Ohio, and Steve, as far as that goes. And I got to remember Mezamu from Las Vegas, and Mezamu says to Big Juice. Yeah, but I lost all my money, brother. Oh, what did he say? Mesmo, play the slots a lot out there. Yeah, the slots. I don't play the slots. If I go to, I've been to Atlantic City. If I gamble, it's blackjack. It's simple. 21. All these other games, nah. I don't follow. If I have an extra quarter in my pocket, I'll slip it in a slot machine. That's as far as my slot machine endeavor goes. Okay, let's see. WENY, nothing there. We did WKGB with KISS. Got the Appalachian Fire. We talked. I dropped the broadcast again. I'm closing my tabs. I closed the broadcast on the tab here, folks. Hang on. We're going to get back. Oh, battery low. Hang on. We got all sorts of technical difficulties here that Glick would say. I've got the phone broadcast here, so let's go ahead and bring this. Oh, it's a Friday. It's okay. Big Juice says, no. Do you come with the car? Maybe try your money on winning a new car. Okay. And Mezamu, don't worry. I'll bring it back up. We're good. It's all in good fun, folks. Let's see. Let me bring up Rumble Studios. Rumble Studios, and there's the broadcast. So we're going to re-enter the broadcast. And we're back. Just like that. See, I did a reset again. We had a low battery. We're plugged in now. Yeah, I got. Okay, we're back. I know you're a gamer. Have you been playing? Not lately, Thamer. Not lately. I do have it. I think it's been I played it right after Christmas. Getting it. I haven't played it that much. I've been playing a lot of the PUBG Battlegrounds. I've been playing a lot with Wingnut. And let me see if I can bring this up. Hang on for a minute. Let me see. Let me bring this up on the and I broadcast for 3 hours on Wednesday, but Wingnut wasn't playing then. We usually play in the afternoon. You know how we would play? It's hardcore military strip. Yeah, Armor Reforge that is a hardcore. Yeah, that's a very intense game. Oh, morning wash is done. I would agree, Thamer. That is a hard. Arma Reforge is a hard military strategy. Until the old lady comes in and wrings his neck, he's got things to do. I got things to do. She's not an old lady. She's the missus, if that's what you're referring to, Big Juice. But the PUBG Battlegrounds, let me go ahead and highlight this because Okay, let's see. Let's go to this. This is PUBG's Battleground right here. This is the game I play. I've been playing with Wingnut here for the last several months, and Wingnut is a great player. And you know who Wingnut is, Stammer. He's over there in the UK and Scotland. He's a fantastic player. He racks up the kills. I've learned a lot from him. I'm getting better because of playing with Wingnut. But we play almost every afternoon, and some. But a lot of the people they like playing the mobile, which is easier, I guess. And yes, Mesmer, it's a cool game. If you play this game, Mesmu, just look up Fireman Rich, and I can play with you. As far as that goes, that's my call sign as far as on the game. And to show you the game, I got the volume turned off so I can talk. Let's see. Let's play it here. Oh, let's skip the commercial. We don't. Oh, I don't want this guy. This guy's a cool guy. No, I want what the hell. I wanted to. Where's my game? There's my game. Okay, there we go. And there I am right there. I got this helmet. This was the 29th. This was Wednesday night. I was on there for 3.5 hours. So that's the lobby of the game. And will they ever going to make cross-play game? I only got the Thamer. They that's the thing. If you're on the PS5 or the Xbox, I'm on it. Me and Wingnut, we're on the PC. So this is me playing the game. And here's some activity of driving. I actually go to a first-person perspective instead of the third-person perspective. So this is me driving the car. Okay, this is an actual game right here. You're on the and I've got it. If you can see, I got a new headset. This is the headset I'm using. This is my gaming headset right here. This is the headset I use. This is what I picked up this past weekend. It's working out quite well. So this is the game. You got the map. You're diving into an area. This is John Tin is this town. I think I lasted a little bit on here. There's 100 people. You can see in the upper right-hand corner, there's 100 people. Big Juice says, Mazamoon, is it really true that Mafia really buried bodies out there? Oh, okay. Thamer says, that's what's good about Amber Reforged. It's that's a cross-platform. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm gonna Big Juice Mazamu answers, yep. Last year, bodies were found out in Lake Mead in the town buried. Okay, that's out in Las Vegas. So this is some of the gameplay right here that for the game I play. When I talk about PUBG Battlegrounds, so I have an actual video. I end up broadcasting over there on Twitch or Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, X Live. And this is what the game looks like right here. Let's see. There's the game. So that's me playing the game right there. I'm getting all my supplies and stuff like that. So that's just to go to show you the game. It's a pretty neat game as far as that goes. And I do like it. I do enjoy playing it. We usually play anywhere from 10 to 15 games. Me and Wingnut. We're probably playing this afternoon. As far as that goes. And okay, let's see. We got one person on the YouTube. We've got how many people we got on X Live? We got 2 people on X Live. We have 5 people on Rumble. Rumble, you rock. Thank you, Rumble folks. Greatly appreciated. Greatly. Thank you very much. We have, I said, we got 1 person, 2 people on, and 2 people on X Live, 4 people on the Twitch. And I appreciate those views on the Twitch and also the people watching. So that looks pretty good. Let's see. Who do we have on there? We got, let me show you. Here's a guy. Let me highlight this guy. I just seen he came up. We're talking about PUBG Battlegrounds. This is a guy you have to follow on PUBG Battlegrounds. Let's see. Big Juice to Masa. Wow, they even do any arrests on them? And Masa says, nope, they happened to like 20 years ago. Oh, evidence is long gone. Big Juice says that's true. The mob is either. Oh, wow. Okay, so they got some. Let me bring this guy up. He's up on the Twitch. Let's highlight. Okay, let's go. And this guy is JEEMZZ. This guy is a pro. Let me bring him up. And maybe we'll watch a game here of his. Let's bring him up. Let me take down my camera. There he is in the lower right-hand corner. JEEMUZZ. He's starting his game. Oh, he's in. Actually, where he's at, he's in the training. He's in the training area right now. Let's see. Yeah, he's got music playing. But he's in the training zone. He's practicing. This guy is a pro. If I'd say I would recommend following this guy if you want to watch some good gameplay. This guy is a pro. He's doing his practice shooting. This is a training. He's in the training zone of the game. So just to highlight him as far as that goes. So, bring my camera back up. There we go. Okay. So just to highlight him, he good player, very good player as far as that goes. And so we're over 2 hours. 2 hours. Wow, we made 2 hours and 12 minutes. Thank you, folks. It's greatly appreciated as far as that goes, as far as doing that. We're going to go ahead and I think it's time for us to go ahead and exit stage left and get our day started. We're not going to go for a walk. It looks like it's raining. It's wet out. We will not. We won't. I guess the missus, she's getting ready and stuff like that. But we're not going to go out for a walk. We're just going to be hunkered down here. And because we did a lot of going out and about this week already, so it's going to be sort of kickback. I do have a chess game today. I'm looking at bringing live streaming my chess matches on Friday nights. I'm looking at how I can present that. So you might want to keep an eye out for that. I'll post a link over there on at Fireman Rich on the on X and stuff like that. And let's see, Big Juice, out your rain jacket. Put your rain jacket on and get out there. You'll be fine. It's too cold out there. The rain and the cold temperatures, it doesn't agree with me, Big Juice. Mazamu says, nice seeing you again, Lord Rich. Okay, Mazamu, you have fun out there in Las Vegas. Stay safe, my friend. Stay safe. And we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here. And as far as thanking the folks that came into the chat, I want to say thank you to Tina, our Jersey girl. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tony D. Salute to you. And my brother veteran, my fellow broadcaster, thank you very much. Thank you, Tony D, as far as coming into the broadcast. As we go down the list, I want to say thank you to Glick from Nonsensical Network. Always welcome here, Glick. Thank you very much. Everybody, check out Nonsensical Network. just go to YouTube, put in Nonsensical Network, and check out their broadcasts. They're a good bunch of guys and stuff. So thank you, Glick. You have a good weekend. Let's see. Captain Rehab. Thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the Kingdom of Brotherly Love. Check that out. TFASAFF. Thank you, Captain Rehab. Thank you, Mazamu 989 from Las Vegas. Thank you, Mazamu. Thank you very much for being here and taking part in the conversation. Thank you, Big Juice. Steve out there in Ohio, the Kingdom of Saudi, or no. Yeah, I got that mixed up, didn't I? No, Big Juice. Thank you, sir, out there in the Buckeye State of Ohio. Steve, thank you. Sorry about that. And then Big Juice came in, and after Big Juice was Thamer. He's from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Thamer. Have a good one, my friend. And you all, I think that's at the end. We're at the end. Yeah, that's what we had. Thank you guys for in the broadcast. Mesmu says to thank you, brother, to Big Juice to Mazamu, or Mazamu to Big Juice. Big Juice says, let's see, let's put this up. Ohio, the king of McDonald's and the single life. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a good one, Steve. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for those folks that were just sitting back watching the live feed here. And thank you for those that are watching on the replay. It is greatly appreciated. And I do appreciate it as far as that goes. And those people that are listening on the audio podcast or audio pod, the audio pod on Spotify for creators. Thank you for the listens as well, and the replay players and stuff. They're very important. You got to recognize them. So I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X. Check me out at Fireman Rich. If you want to know what I'm doing, that's my mainstay. I do post on other platforms. If you Google at Fireman Rich, you'll see what they all are as far as that goes. Mesmu, Air Force. We'll end on that note. Yeah, my brother, Air Force veteran there. Air Force all day. We win. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll salute to that. And you know it. All right, folks. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, wishing you well. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll be talking to you. And live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Let's get some music, some outro music to get out of here. And let's see. We got skateboard. There we go. All right, folks. Take care.